joined at the table now with UIndy men's basketball coach Scott Heady alongside Ethan Edwards and Nate Orr following the Greyhounds 82 to 83 loss against Quincy. Coach Heady, I know that was a tough one, but just give us a brief breakdown from what you thought out there.
Yeah, I think it was just it came down to our defensive performance. We put together a streak of wins, and probably the last, I would say, 8 to 10 games here, where we've been pretty consistent defensively, and we've made strides and improved. And tonight we just we had way too many breakdowns. They scored, I think they had 44, 45 points at halftime, and then they shot, after we talk about it, they shoot 58% in the second half. So I think that's where it all starts. I mean, we turned the ball over just 8 times to their 19. We have 14 offensive rebounds to their 10. So that's a lot of extra possessions that we had in the game. And then, obviously we both got to the free throw line a lot. That's a team that they don't foul a lot. They don't put other teams at the free throw line a lot. So we were able to get to the free throw line 26 times. So now we were only 15 for 26. That's another issue. But so I think anytime the turnover numbers are like that and the rebounds are like that, you're usually in a pretty good spot because you create a lot of extra possessions. But that just kind of lets you know how poor we were defensively overall. So that's disappointing. We had talked about trying to finish this, and we're on a little bit of a run, and we've had a lot of growth, positive growth, and gotten better. But I think I'm not going to look at it as taking a step back. It's one game, and we've got to flush it and have a short memory, and we got to go to next week. And so hopefully we can. I told him, I said, I don't care if it's the first or second game or the 28th game. You can learn from every experience. So hopefully we'll learn from this, and it's just a reminder that our margin for error is not that great, and we've got to do certain things well to have a chance to win. And the defensive end is absolutely number one. We cannot just kind of outplay people and not defend. So that's kind of what it was tonight, and so we'll bounce back though.
And Nate and Ethan, you guys combined for 19 points off the bench. Ethan, I know you've been kind of consistently in the lineup throughout this year. Nate, you've kind of been thrown in the fire as injuries and other things have unraveled this season. So just talk about how you guys find your footing in the rotation, coming off the bench and providing a spark like you guys did tonight.
I mean, it's pretty much just playing my game and just playing with confidence. No matter what, at the end of the day, I just try to do whatever it takes to win. Whether that's rebounding, scoring, or just trying to make hustle plays. I just try to do whatever we can. And, I mean, coming off the bench, I don't think it's really affected the way that I played. So, yeah.
Like he said, we both work really hard, so I just think we just trust our game. So I know I haven't been getting the most minutes this year, but whenever I do get minutes, I try to make the most of it. And so I just try to go in and play really hard.
And one thing for you guys, I know it came down to the last possession, kind of lost in a tough way. How does that kind of build to the grit of this team? Facing a little bit of adversity like that, what are some of the biggest takeaways that you guys will learn from this and take going ahead of the conference championship tournament this upcoming week?
I think these two guys, they're both freshmen, and so that's a good thing. They both Nate's done a great job of staying ready, and knowing that he could get this because of all of our injuries. And, Nate Dudukovic was not, available, tonight, and we'll hopefully have him back next week. But that's just another guy we have down. So, Nate, I've got a lot of confidence in him. He works hard every day, and he's stayed ready. And so he's taken advantage of the opportunity where he could have been pouting and had a bad attitude and not kept working, but he's continued to work and continued to practice hard and stay locked in, and so that's the result tonight. And then Ethan, the more minutes Ethan gets, the more the more he's going to get into rhythm. It's tough for guys, that are shooters. And Ethan comes in one of the best shooters in Indiana last year at the high school level. And so we know he can shoot it. He's continuing to get better in his other areas of his game. But I think with shooters, the more minutes they play and the more they're out there and they get comfortable, get a rhythm, it's sometimes tough to go out for 4 or 5 minutes and come out and get that rhythm. But he's adjusted to it, and he's, like he said, he's trying to do other things, improve defensively, rebound, and do some other things. So just excited about these two and the future that they have. And, if you look at our roster, half our roster is almost, freshmen. So that's encouraging.
And today was a little bit funky. We had another fire alarm incident, but you started with senior day. That is big, important piece of what today was. Honored Carmelo Harris, Pierce Thomas, and Noah Khan. If any of you guys can touch on what's something that has stuck with you guys from their presence and just being around them, and just talk a little bit more about their impact to this program.
Yeah, they all have their different personalities. Noah's the most outgoing, social person I've ever met in my entire life. So, I wouldn't say I'm the complete opposite, but I'm definitely not as social as him. So being around him more, it makes me more outgoing. And Pierce, he's just so smart, and he's his own kind of funny, So, and Melo, he's one of the best scorers I've ever played with in my entire life. The way he can put the ball on the goal is insane. And we can talk basketball all day, just high school basketball, college, pro. All these dudes have been great role models for me as a freshman and great people to look up to.
I've known Noah for 2 years because I redshirted last year, and ever since I met him, he's always smiling, the best teammate, first one to pick you up when you're on the ground. And Pierce, he's just always in my ear, just keep going, keep working, the work will show. He's just a great teammate. And Melo, he's one of the hardest workers, even as a senior. He just shows the younger people on our team that the work will show if you put it in.
Well, guys, it was a hard-fought effort, not the result we want. Good thing is the season is not over. We have another opportunity. New season starts next weekend in the conference tournament. It'll be in St. Louis. I believe you guys will be playing on Friday. Opponent not yet determined, but sure we'll find that out here in the meantime. But, guys, great job on the hard effort tonight. Wasn't the result we wanted, but always got to be proud of the effort you put out there. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.